So I'm gonna ask the questions I have written out, and Trey sent me a few questions over that I'm gonna ask for him.
Okay.
All right. So the first question is, how's everything been like for you since you decided to declare for the draft, and have you started training yet?
Since I declared for the draft, I've been looking for, agents, people to represent me. I've been looking for trainers to go and work out with. Actually right now I'm working out with, one of my trainers I've been working out with since high school. So I'm just trying to get back into shape right now, back into training shape. But as far as I'm finding a trainer right now, I have not found a trainer yet, but I will very soon.
So for the next question, take me through kind of what the season was like for you. You guys didn't have the best record, but there were a few games. You lost to SMU, who was ranked for the majority of the year by 7. You lost to Boston College by 3. So you lost to
Yeah.
two really tough opponents by a small number. So just take me through what the season was like for you.
It was a very, up and down season. I think throughout the season, I think we had a lot of games that we won. We were playing well against some really good opponents. I feel like our season could have been turned around, in the beginning. We win those games, and I think our season would be very much different, towards the middle and end. But, unfortunately, we couldn't get the job done in a lot of those games. I wish we could have, but, it just sometimes things just don't go your way. The ball doesn't bounce your way, so things happen.
So now, what was that final game like for you as a Bobcat? You had 5 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown in a 47-45 win over Arkansas State. So tell me
Mm.
what that game was like for you.
It was great. I felt great. We were moving the ball well in that game. I just felt like we were being the team that we were supposed to be all season long. And I saw those flashes of us being great, doing great things. It was just we were just clicking at the right time in the game, and we just felt great as a team. And I just love that game. I just a lot of stuff I remember from that game that just will stick with me forever. So.
So now, what was this whole season like for you dealing with COVID at a Division One program? In training camp and during the regular season.
COVID, it was a monster. It wrecked a lot of things this year, especially for other teams throughout the league. A lot of games getting canceled. COVID, it was just being very cautious. Just staying within your bubble, not doing too much. We as a team, we tried to stay within our bubble, so we didn't have many positive tests, so we could play. All the games that we did, we actually played the most games out of anybody in the NCAA this year because of our protocol and how we approach COVID. So, COVID was very tough and challenging, but I think we got through it this season.
So now, what was it like for you returning kicks and returning punts? Coming into the draft, a lot of guys kind of get rewarded with their versatility. Really helps their draft stock. So you returned both a kick and a punt for a touchdown this year. So tell me kind of what it like means to you to be returning kicks and how you think that'll help you.
I feel like it makes me special. I feel like it makes me different from a lot of guys because of my return ability, and I can play outside and inside receiver. So I consider myself to be a very versatile wide receiver. I can play wide receiver and return kicks. So I think I can help a lot of teams out at the next level. I think it improves my stock even more because I can do so much more. I can be on offense and the special teams. So I think I'll be valuable to some teams in the future.
So now, speaking of your versatility, you were named to the Paul Hornung honor roll. So that award goes to a player with a lot of versatility. So tell me what
Yeah.
that meant to you.
It was an honor. I have never been honored, put on a list like that throughout my whole college career. So it was just me. It's just an honor to be put on a list like that. I just want to fulfill that standard and being versatile, you know, throughout for the rest of my college career and in my NFL career. So it was just great to be honored for that award.
So now, since arriving at Texas State, you've had such a huge impact on that team throughout your freshman year when you were returning kicks to now your senior year when you were making a bunch of plays both in the special teams and on offense. So kind of how did that help you playing such a huge role early on in your career?
Playing such a huge, like you said, my freshman year, I was starting kick returner. Freshman out there, just straight from high school, starting kicks, returning kicks from college, in the college game. I think it helped me a lot. I see myself from my freshman year returning kicks against Colorado as a young kid, and a freshman from that to now, me returning kicks, I think my approach has been very different. I think I learned so much throughout that time, and it helped me so much, throughout my career, and especially my senior year because, I had all the experience, and now all I had to do is just lay out all that experience and just put it on the field and just do what I need to do and be successful in my role.
So now coming out of high school, you're rated just a 2-star athlete, which a lot of college guys have proved the stars and ratings mean absolutely nothing. But
Hmm.
you got to you got to stay in your home state and go to Texas State coming from Houston, right?
Yeah.
So what did that mean like to you? You had offers from Bowling Green, you had offers from a lot of schools, but you got to stay in your home state and do
Hmm.
what you did there. So what did that mean to you?
It meant the world to me. I really didn't want to go out of state to play football, but if I had to, I would have, regardless. But Texas State made it feel like it was such a home. It was such a great environment for me to be in. My family could come see me play 2.5 hours away. That was a big thing. I could go home to Houston 2 hours away. So it just me being close to home and not being so far away from my family was a big part of my decision going to Texas State and the reason why I was there.
So now while you were at Texas State, who was your favorite opponent to play against? You played against so many different schools in the Sun Belt Conference. Who would you say was your favorite opponent to play against?
My favorite probably be App State. I like playing against App State because they're considered the best in the conference, the best in the league. So I like to play against the best in the conference, and I like to be challenged, to see what I can be able to do against the best.
So now back during week one, I'm sure you got talked to about this a bunch, but
Yeah.
you received some national attention for that one-hand catch you made in
Yeah.
the end zone against SMU. So kind of take me through what that moment was like for you throughout the few days after that.
Crazy. That's that word crazy right there. Explains everything. Social media was blowing up. Phone was going crazy. My Instagram, Twitter, everybody's hashtag me, commenting me, they're saying congratulate me. I got people calling me, texting me on my phone. So it was just crazy. It was a wonderful experience. It made me feel like a superstar. I feel like Drake or something like that who gets commented each and every time. Now I can imagine what their like phone looks like every time someone is tweeting at them and stuff. So it was crazy.
So now my final question before I get into the three questions Trey has. So now what is something that you would like all NFL scouts, coaches, GMs, all of them to know about you prior to the draft?
I'm hungry. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play for anyone, any and everybody in the NFL. I'm hungry. I'm very versatile. Whatever you need me to do, I'm willing to do to help the team out, help the team win. I'm humble as ever, and I'm just ready to play at the next level.
So now for Trey's first question, coming from a group of five conference, talk about your mentality and approach to playing the game on a team that is not as highly regarded as others.
I feel like the approach isn't different. I feel like the rank of conference doesn't matter what you are. As you've seen this past week, I don't know if you watched the game, but Coastal versus BYU. BYU is one of the top teams in the country. Coastal is too, and they're in the Sun Belt. So I don't think the conference matter. I just think your mindset and how you go out and approach the game and how great you want to be at the end of the day matters the most. It doesn't matter what conference you're in, whether you're Ohio State, Alabama, Coastal Carolina, App State, it doesn't matter to me.
And you got to take on both of those opponents, which was pretty cool for
Hmm.
you guys. BYU was getting that hype, and
Hmm.
actually a team in your conference took them down.
Yeah.
But the next question is describe your play style and a player you compare your game to.
That's a good one. I would say I'm very, very, very like a deep threat. I consider myself to be a deep threat. Uh, it's funny because I think of myself being similar to like a Ted Ginn, one of those kind of guys. I think I'm more comparable to him. My play style is very a deep threat, very versatile, can return kicks. I just like to play fast. That's really my thing. I like to play fast, like to just get out and run. That's my strength, so I like to use it a lot.
So now the final question, what are you going to focus on in the pre-draft process to try and separate yourself from the rest of the draft class?
Work on my hands a lot more. A lot of have to use my hands a lot more than I used to. What we used to in college. So in the NFL, you know, there are a lot of great DBs out there. So I have to use my hands more and be more physical at the attack of the point of the ball. So that's a big emphasis that I'm going to focus on. You know, this training.
So now that's a final question. I want to thank you very much for taking time out of your day to do this interview with me.
For sure, man. Anytime. Appreciate it.
It really, really means a lot, bro.